Hi guys, it's Emily from Novell Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my Winter Books 2025, but it's going to be kind of more like 2026 for most of the books. Because obviously here in the UK the winter months are technically called December, January and February. I always thought February is a bit more spring-like, so you're kind of getting some books that are kind of giving you some hints in February. But yes, they are the winter months. So I've chosen 3 contemporaries, 3 fantasy, one's kind of like magical realism fantasy, and 3 historical fiction. Now we all know that the winter months are not good for me, pain-wise. We all know that it is the months where I wrap up warm, I have my blankets, I have my gloves, I have my big warm jumpers. See, it's getting a bit cold already today, and I'm filming this right at the end of October. I'm a bit pre-filming ahead at the moment. But yes, it sets my Raynaud's off, it sets my pain off. So what do I do more in the winter? I read. I hide away, and you don't tend to see me very much. You see me online. Obviously, you guys get to see me more than other people because I will hide away. With everything that's happening with my spinal cord stimulator, how the wire's gone, I've got a hospital appointment in January. So I don't know when I'll be getting the operation and if that will affect it. But at the moment, Chris has already said when it gets icy, he wants me to stay at home and read. So I'm going to be providing books. Amazon might become my friend again, but you never know. I don't like supporting them really, but you know, if I want to buy books, which I'll be reading lots. So it's cold, and these are books that make me think about the cold months, and they're a bit bigger, and I just like winter, but winter mostly. If you think about the happy side of winter, the happy side of winter is the Christmas, obviously, for everyone, and New Year. February is towards the end of winter, and that's when obviously you got Valentine's Day. Not that we kind of do that too much now because we've been together too long, me and Chris, but there are some good bits. And let's use our books to help us through the winter months. Let's use our books to kind of give us that warm, fuzzy feeling that we need. And let's stop rambling and let me show you the books. First book, you can guess when I'm going to be reading this. It will be a February book. So some of the months I'm giving you sneaky peeks. And this is Once Smitten, Twice Shy. It's the 3rd in the series, the Two Wrongs Make a Right series by Chloe Leese. I've loved the first 2. Kat has warned me that the 3rd one isn't quite as good, but I'm still looking forward to it. This is about Juliet Wilmot, who wants a hopeless romantic, and she's sworn off love, but when she's presented with a chance to revisit romance, purely for practice, with a gorgeous off-limits guy she keeps serendipitously running into, it feels like the sign from the universe. Quiet, shy Will Orsino knows happily ever after isn't on his horizon. The problem is, for the sake of the family business, marriage is. Resigned to the inevitable, but with no confidence he can woo a wife, he's hardly can say no when an alluring woman offers him to help him show him the ropes of romance. Except, these are characters we've met in the other books in this series. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I know that I'm hoping I like it more than Kat did, but the romance books, the contemporary books, you can definitely tell which months I'm reading them in. Sneezing season. Obviously, The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score is my Christmas book, and you know I love Lucy Score's books. I've read so many of her series, and I was actually going to be finishing one of the series in December, but now I've realised I can't because I've got this book. But this is the book I recently bought, so it's going to be another one that's going off my shelves quite quickly. There is only one thing that's standing in the way. Apparently this is a standalone, which I like. There's only one thing that's standing in the way of Cat King saving a small town's Christmas festival. Grumpy town manager Noah Yates. Single dad Noah takes his responsibility seriously. When a late night season hurricane turns Mary, Connecticut into a disaster, he's left scrambling to pick up the pieces of the town he loves. That is at least until a home renovation expert and smoking hot reality star Catalina King arrives with the camera crew and a big budget. But Noah doesn't want a celebrity diva capitalising on their tragedy or filling his daughter's head with visions of glitz and glam. Oh my god, this looks so good. It's a bit of a battered copy, but it's quite a new book out. I cannot flipping wait. I love this author's work. I got this for quite cheap. It's a standalone, which makes me so happy. I'm just double checking actually, because I've got most of their series, and she's just started a new series. Oh, apparently this is actually a sequel to the Mr. Fixer-Upper. Oopsie. Okay, I thought that was a standalone, but it's part of the Welcome Home series. Mr. Fixer-Upper I should have got, which I think is at the works. Oh, sod it. I will read it first, and I'll just have to read the other one afterwards. Oh dear. Thought it was a standalone, but it isn't. But hey ho. I know I've seen Mr. Fixer-Upper at the work, so I'm going to have to go and look for it. But yes, this does look really good. Really looking forward to that. And then the last of the romances, A Season in the Snow. So I'm going to count this as my January book because we still might well get snow. We tend to get snow more in like January, February time. Or anywhere in this country. But this is not, I don't think this is technically a Christmas book. So I think this would be one I'll probably read at the start of January. Escape to the mountains and fall in love with this winter. Alex Bright has a great life. She has a job she adores, a devoted family and friends she lays down her life for. When tragedy strikes, she finds her whole world turned upside down. Oh dear. Enter Bear, a fluffy, lovable and rapidly growing puppy searching for a home. Oh, Bear may be exactly what Alice needs to rekindle her spark, but the London flat is no place for a mountain dog. And soon Alice and Bear find themselves on a journey to snow-topped mountains of Switzerland in search of a new beginning. Amid the warming log fires, cosy cafes, Alice finds her heart slowly beginning to heal. Will new friends and a charming next door neighbour be enough to help Alice fall in love with life again? Alice lead character, it's got to be a good sign. Definitely looking good. Definitely like a me book. Now to another one that I've not had on my shelves very long. I paid full whack for it. I don't care. The End Crowns All, and look at this stunning paperback. Her next book is out in hardback at the moment, but it's coming out in paperback in April. So I think reading it in February is not going to be a bad thing. Yes, this is a February one. So yeah, reading it in February is not going to be too long between that and the next one. Oh, why have I kept the receipt again? I always keep my Waterstones receipt. I'm not here to support Waterstones, but my Waterstones is lovely. At least some of the characters are. Some of the people are, but this is not long out. Here we go. You guys know that Girl Goddess Queen is probably going to be one of my favourites of the year so far, if not the favourite. Love caused this war. At least that's what the stories will say. Cassandra, Princess of Troy, is the doomed prophet. No one believes her warnings that the war is coming and that it will start with the arrival of one girl. Helen fled Sparta in the pursuit of love, but even her beauty and intelligence are no match for the politics of the Trojan court, especially when one member seems to be determined to get rid of her. When war finally arrives on the shores of Troy, fate brings the women together in ways that are not even the gods could have foretold. Together they will change their destinies or be the ruin of all they love. Oh my god, look how pretty it looks. Look how me it looks. I know it's not pink, but hey, it looks gorgeous. Really blooming looking forward to this. This is one that could love cause this war. That's what I love. I love it. I just love it. Cannot flipping wait for that one. Why do I have to wait till February? I don't care. It's going to be worth it. The next two, I think I've decided in my head which ones I'm going to be reading which month, but I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you guys. Sky Song by Abby Elphinstone. How wintry does this look? And again, sprayed edges. I love Abby Elphinstone's books. I'm hoping this is a bloody standalone because, yeah, this looks like a standalone. I've still got her other series I've started and not finished. I'm pretty bad with her series. I need to finish the Dreamcatcher series, which I might read the second one this month actually. Or actually, you might have already read that. I found out that I've already read the second one because I might have read that before this goes live. But I need to buy the third one. So I hate it when you've got two books as charity shop ones. You've got to buy the third one on ABE Books or something like that, second hand wise. Right, here we go. Anyway, stop rambling, Emily. Once an adventure digs in its claws, there is not an awful lot you can do about it, especially when the magic is involved. The snowy kingdom of Erkenwald, whales glide over the icebergs, wolves hunt on the tundra, and polar bears roam the glaciers. But the people living on this land aren't easy to find because Erkenwald is ruled by the evil Ice Queen, and the tribes must stay hidden or risk becoming her prisoners in the Winterfang Palace. Join Eska, the girl who breaks free from a cursed music box, and Flint, the boy whose inventions could change the fate of Erkenwald forever, as they journey to the Nether Cliffs and beyond in search of an ancient, almost forgotten song with the power to force the Ice Queen back. How good does that sound? And it's, I don't want to hurt it, but look at this. Look how pretty it looks. There's a little map. Let's see if they've got pictures. It looks so pretty, and it was like a charity shop, but my pages are virtually stuck together though. That's not good. There's no pictures on it, but it does look very, very pretty. And then to one that is a total winter book, and I've saved it for winter, and it's even got a bit dusty. So this one, quite a new one. This is Finding Bear by Hannah Gold. I love Hannah Gold's book. I loved The Lost Bear. I enjoyed The Lost Whale, but this is the sequel to The Lost Bear, so I'm not going to give too much away. In fact, if you don't want to hear about The Last Bear, wait until it's gone down. April Wood has returned home from her adventures on Bear Island, but over a year later she can't stop thinking about Bear. When April hears that a polar bear has been shot and injured in Staffelbad, she's convinced it's her friend and persuades her dad to travel with her to the northernmost reaches of the Arctic, and so begins an unforgettable journey across the frozen tundra and icy glaciers. Getting the gist of that at the moment. Along the way, April must face her deepest fears if she is to find Bear and save his cub. I love Hannah Gold's writing. I'm really, really looking forward to this, and I know there are pretty pictures somewhere. Yes, we got some pretty pictures. That's the tundra. Let's see if there's another ones. Yeah, you got some pretty pictures, which I do love as well. Oh, the pretty pictures, there's white writing on it. It's going to be slightly challenging in my old age. But how cute does this look? How good does this look? I am so excited. Now to my 3 historical fiction. One is a new book that I've decided that I'm randomly putting in for the month. I haven't again decided between this and the other one about January, February. But this is The Lamplighter's Bookshop by Sophie Austin. I believe this is like historical fiction. I don't know too much about it, but I did get it full back not long ago. I'm reading it quite quickly. I often never read the end. That's the way I can imagine a happy ending. In the shadowy aisles of the Lamplighter's Bookshop, secrets lie as thick as dust. When Evelyn Seaton arrives as an advertisement for an assistant in the Lamplighter's Bookshop in York, she's not the only one with something to hide. There she meets the enigmatic and prickly William Wharton, an aspiring writer keeping secrets of his own. When the walls that Evelyn has built around her cell start to crumble, there is only one person she can turn to. This does look really good. It's got the word bookshop in the title. Apparently this is her debut novel. I think this is a debut novel? Yes, debut novel, which is always good. I think this is historical fiction. I don't know too much about it. Let's see if when I open it, you can see what year. Oh, it's set partly in the first chapter 1 starts off with set in 1899. So very historical fiction. Victorian era, I believe. Late Victorian. So this will be quite good. Really looking forward to that. Yes, this one's a Christmas one. Christmas for the Bomber Girls. I'm loving this series. I've read the first 2 and I need to read this one. I've got another one to come after this. Again, it's a series book, so if you don't want to know spoilers, wait until this book goes down. This will be a Christmas the Bomber Girls will never forget. Pearl, Thea and Jenny fling themselves into making Ben Thorpe as festive as it can be and looking forward to the Christmas dance. But when disaster strikes when Pearl's husband Greg crashes behind the enemy lines and is reported missing. Pearl and Thea's grandmother, Dee Dee, immediately travel to Lincoln to support her granddaughter, but Dee Dee has some surprising and troublesome connection with Ben Thorpe. Can the girls uncover more her secrets to help their grandmother find a new romance? Will Greg evade capture and survive on the enemy-occupied Netherlands and make it home for Christmas? Really hope I like this. It is part of a series. I love series books. I love Vicky Beebe's books. She's a brilliant author and I've loved her other work. So I love the Bomber Girls. I think I read the Ops Room Girls. That was the series I love. But she only wrote 3 of that, and this one, I know for a fact there's a third one out. There's a 4th one out of this. So I don't know how long that series is going to continue, but it does look really good. And the last book, I know you're devastated this video is nearly over. I am too. The Winter Rose by Jennifer Donnelly. The lovely Jack from Spread Book Joy got me started on this series, and I read The Tea Rose in January. This one will not be read till technically 2026 because I've had to wait for it, and it's The Winter Rose. But look how massive it is. Jack got me the 3rd book in the series, and I had to buy the 2nd book second hand. But again, if you don't want to know spoilers, don't wait until this is over. Wait until I put this book down. The epic tale of his secret love and hidden passions. It's 1900 and the dangerous streets of East London are no place for well-bred women. But India's Selwyn Jones is headstrong. She is trained as one of the new breed, a woman doctor, and is determined to practice where the need is the greatest. It is in these grim streets of London where India meets and saves the life of London's most notorious gangster, Sid Malone, who I think we met in the first book. Hard and violent and dangerously attractive, Malone is the opposite to India's cool and aristocratic fiancé. Though Malone represents all she despises, India feels herself unwittingly drawn ever close to him, enticed by his charms and intrigued by his hidden past. Ooh. But yeah, this is one heck of a chunkster. 700 pages! Yowzers. I think that's kind of telling me when I'm going to be reading it, but there you go. Does be a chunker, but it does look really good. I really love the Tea Rose Society. I love the Tea Rose, so I know I'm going to love this. So I know that you all know I read seasonally, so I'm not going to ask this question. Do you read seasonally? Because I know which ones of you do. But are there any particular books that you're looking forward to in the winter months? Is there anything you look forward to in the winter months? Let me know down below. If you got to the end of this video, leave me a snow emoji or anything to do with snow, because I think that's like the theme of kind of the winter can be a bit hit and miss, but do any of the snow emojis. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed yet, ring my ding-a-ling. And I love talking to you all in the comments. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.